Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another 3 years later Sora no Kiseki reaction. Today we have a song from like the 2004 game and then also one from the remake. So I'll get to hear two different varieties of how this song sounds without all the crunchiness later. But other than that, Thrasine and my executive producers both requested these and gave me all of that background info. So I'm well aware going into this also that one of them loops. I'm assuming the second one, but I'll find out when I listen. So without further ado, let's go. I'm assuming that this is the older one. Just based on the art, really. I don't think this quality is all that bad, honestly. Maybe it'll just be a general library change for the next one. Pretty good fidelity, though. I like it. That vibe's a lot harder than I thought it would. That's surprisingly catchy. And that flute is surprisingly shrill. Those high notes not doing any favors. The low register is nice. I'm really liking this, like, it's really nice rhythm. This sounds like it might be looping. Maybe it's this one. Nope, okay, not looping technically. It's preparing to. I figured this one would be the short one and therefore not the looping one, but you can never know until you listen. So I like that one. I did not think that it would be so vibey. I love the rhythm to it. That's very, very fun. All right, so I really enjoy the chord progression of this one. It's a very weird one because it's like D flat, E flat, B flat minor, F minor. Very strange jump there from the E flat to the B flat minor, but also just the fact that the B flat minor comes out of this kind of at all feels very strange. It's not that it's wrong, it's just an odd direction to take it, especially because I think we start on like an E flat and then A minor. Like, that's weird. Like, I'm not entirely positive on that one, but it kind of fights between. For these first couple of measures in the beginning of the song, it's like, whoa. And then the main progression kind of just doing nothing related to that is a very strange scenario for me. I think it sounds really good, but also what the hell? There's also that point near the end where I was like, ooh, because it had some tension in there. That goes from the B flat minor to a G flat minor. And then it just sits in that for a second. And this doesn't belong at fucking all. Like, not even a little bit does that feel right or fit. Especially if we are using the A minor. That is literally just like a quick half step down from this. And that just does not feel right in any context. No chord that goes from or to in this key really works at all. So it's kind of an interesting decision to add some of this really dark tension there. Probably makes sense for the story, for whatever reason that the song would be playing. I'm not sure what the Tetracyclic tower is, but it is a thing, so I'm assuming whatever this moment hits on is probably not a happy one, and it's just there to add a little bit more spice to everything else, because honestly, this sort of progression would usually be a pretty, like, positive thing, especially if instead of the B flat minor, which it goes all the way down to, if you did something like using the C minor. And we have a similar build, but the C minor, which I think they do use in the song, it just doesn't land the same way. So you're sitting here with that sort of a progression, and it feels positive, but if you use that B flat minor, really sinks the song into a darker tone for some reason, and maybe that's in order to kind of play with what comes later and adding that tension in there. But regardless, nice rhythm, great chord progression, just not one that you're used to hearing, because again, you'd usually build up from the C minor or something, or around the C minor instead, because like the A minor wouldn't work in that context, but the C minor would. And it just feels better in that pattern. The B flat minor is really what I think solidifies this song as not all happy, not all positive. There's room for that to get a little bit more sour, and that's where that G flat minor comes in, because boy howdy is that ever fucking sour, and I like the flexibility that offers for this song. I don't know the Tetracyclic Tower, I don't know this game really, I've only ever heard one song from it, and I know the title of it, but like that's basically it. So I'm not sure what the vibe is there, but whatever it happens to be, I feel like I have no choice but to say they probably nailed it given how creative that chord progression choice was. But now I gotta get to the other one, which as far as I'm aware is not the same song, but I'm gonna get to hear a different generation of the music for this title. So that'll be fun, and I suppose let's do that! Wow. Yeah. So I was kind of right. That it just kind of completely changes the sound font that they used. Ooh, okay. Modernizing heavily with that beat in there. Is that like an 808 sample? What it kind of feels like. All right. It is weird hearing this newer sound from where we were, where we started. I mean, it sounds great, but the little generational whiplash that comes from it. This must be like a battle song or something. I can't think of any other reason they would have this constant 4 on the floor driving the song. It's kind of pulling the tension along. Still got the tensions in there. They haven't let those go. Kind of more focused on the vocals in that last section. Now I'm focusing on different instruments, trying to make sure that I'm kind of taking everything in. Ooh, nice separation there on the brass. Some going up, some going down. Spread it out. Those are some full chords. Those are dirty. I like that little like kind of lifting up. I don't think this has looped. Maybe it was the last one that looped. I mean, I gotta assume, right? Yeah, we're almost at the end. I don't think this looped. There's new segments. I mean, it's obviously still familiar. It's doing the same thing, but the melodies on the top are different throughout. And there's the loop. Yeah, okay. Unless I was just focusing so heavily on the other instruments that I didn't even notice, which is possible. That's happened before. But doesn't matter if it still feels fresh after listening to it one time through and it loops back again. I don't think I really could have been fooled that was just one solid song. If it wasn't, I'm still not entirely positive. So a little behind the scenes here. I'm not showing you anything. I'm not starting on any piano stuff because I legitimately did not realize until I started to work on this song, like breaking down the chords, that I'm like, oh, this is like basically the same thing. It was so different. Like, obviously it fooled me. I started getting into this. I'm like, okay, let's see what the chords are. Let's see how this song breaks down. Didn't need to. It's the same basic thing. It's the same basic song. It uses the same general chord progression that I had just talked about and everything. It's all doing the same shit. And that's great, but also like, damn. I didn't realize that it would be the same, or at least based on the same song. I don't know if it's exactly the same thing. There's probably some differences in there in general. You're probably going to rearrange it, but largely this is the same track. And that's really cool. The fact that it is so different that I was obviously fooled. Like the fact that there was so much additional information in the new sound font and everything, the way that they rearranged this, that it made me, for a good 5 or 10 minutes, think that this was an entirely new song until I solidified what the chords were. And I'm like, wait a second. And then I listened closer and I did them like side by side, like literally back to back. And I'm like, oh, so that's really cool. Again, the fact that the years of gap and distance between these two being done, you can make such a profound change up in the sound and overall approach that the song itself will sound completely new. Obviously, while recording these, I do have that gap where I talk about the one and then listen to the other. So by the time I did all that, worked through the chords, and then started listening to this one, it had already been like probably about half an hour since I had heard the original song. And then I heard this one and it didn't even register to me because it was so new and so different in how it was arranged. So fucking great, but also I have nothing to add for this part of the video. Gorgeous arrangement. I love what it was doing. Like I said, it didn't really feel like it was looping if it was, but maybe that's why I was warned that it would be looping. Maybe it's because it is the same song and it might feel that way. I wouldn't be shocked, but I didn't realize it was so uniquely different despite being effectively the same thing. Very strange to feel that, but also I respect it. The fact that they put in all of that effort for all of that change up and they really made it sound like a completely new original deal. It's fucking A+. You know, like that's great. I love it. I love the new sound fonts that they had and everything. Obviously a much more modern quality to it, but I also really love that older sound personally. It's not necessarily so much a nostalgia thing. It's more just that I really appreciate old video game soundtracks just because of how they were made and with what limitations were they able to build up something that is so gorgeous compared to stuff that we have nowadays. In its own way, there's a beauty to that. The fact that they had so many limitations and they could could still make these really memorable motifs that are then brought into remakes, just like this one. Music is timeless, and no matter how you approach it, despite the limitations you may have in that moment, there will be the art that comes out of it, the true feeling of, I want to make a song that sounds beautiful, that's memorable, that people will get stuck in their heads for obviously so long that they'll make it again many years later. That just, it's so cool. I love that. Obviously you can think of songs like the Pac-Man theme song or like fucking Super Mario Brothers for that sort of a situation where it's just such an iconic song that it will always span the test of time, and no matter what you do to it, it's still so recognizable. But as a result of everything I had learned in the past couple minutes, I think that's about all I gotta say on this one. So thank you all so very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want me to get to something else, by all means, drop in the comments below and I will do my best as always to get to those. Or if like Thracian did, you want to guarantee that I listen to something, you can always go to my Patreon and force me to listen to something in the executive producer tier there. Doesn't matter who it's by, what it's from, if it's good or bad, none of that matters. That's why it's a guarantee. But if you don't want to do any of that, maybe just want to follow me and support me for more stuff coming in the future, you know how to do all that. And I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye!